Hey guys, Tyler here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Elst Outskirts, playing for today. Spawning on the right, we have Tim as the Soviets, and his loadout is anti-infantry, guard rifle, combined arms, and mechanized support. Tim is currently rank 4 Soviets range, random team. Rem, as the US forces, has mechanized rifle company and tactical support. Rem is rank 5. Tim 4. Rem rank 5. Random team. SF. We have xSudden as OKW locking in special operations straight away. And we also have COHm4st3r as OKW, who has breakthrough, firestorm, and Luftwaffe ground forces. So we're putting down a tank trap here, perhaps to help control this cutoff. These two about rank 60 random team. So all random action here. So he's got the tank trap down here, so he should be able to use this to capture and still fight this building somewhat effectively. During the Ultimate Team Tournament, we did see quite often US players spawning from this spawn, actually rushing to this garrison, wiring off the door on this side. We're deviating from what some of the pros are doing. Heavily wiring off this building is Tim. Really wants to limit access to it, and it looks like the allies are going to go 2v1 on this southern side of the map. Let's try to lock that down. We are encountering resistance in this building, but we do have the superior firepower. Problem with this is they're not going to connect their munitions until quite late. Looks like Rem actually going for a mortar quite early, which is probably going to be found by these stern pioneers coming through on the flank. Looks like the rear echelon's getting chased away, but we also have a maneuver onto this cutoff. It's not going to be cutting off too much, just the munitions. Here comes the rest of the forces from COHm4st3r. There goes that mortar team. Then going for another rifleman. Oh! No, it's going to get away. This one will too. But either way, things looking pretty good for the Axis. And double OKW can get off to a very strong start with those stern pioneers. Looks like Tim actually was perhaps getting off to a somewhat slow start, having gone for his tech structure. That does take a while to build, and then a few units to come out of it, and the maximum takes quite a long time to build. They did that to avoid you being able to spam it, but now as a punishment for it, it just takes forever. When you decide to tech and try build your first Maxim, it just takes forever to come out. It's quite annoying. As Soviets, kind of puts you on the back foot whenever you decide to tech up to tier 2. But we've got the mortar, and the allies are looking poised to come out for a push. Looks like Tim spent some of his munitions. I'm not sure on what though. Must have planted a mine somewhere. Proximity's coming through on the flank. Make some repositioning, but it's kind of repositioning too far away to actually contribute in this fight. And the riflemen actually do end up overpowering those squads. The squad actually getting blocked in the door. Have to retreat out the other way. Wasn't many squads firing on them though, so managed to do so safely. There go those stern pioneers. Looks like he's going to jump in the building to try prevent progress here. Not going to last too long now, because those mortars are super lethal against buildings. Look how much damage they do. That one was like a massive whiff. Squad's still taking a lot of damage. Did manage to get down here though. Gonna capture the fuel. So the Allies getting off to a very rocky start here. I think if you're up against double OKW, you probably need to field one more squad of infantry before trying to go for a mortar, especially as USF. You need a little bit stronger of a front line before you can go for the mortar. And because, you know, maybe if you're playing against mixed axis, you know, the mortar's going to be able to fire a machine gun. It makes a little bit more sense, but against double OKW, you just need like a slightly more powerful infantry front line. Otherwise, you're just going to get bullied, which they have been so far. But now they've got 2 Maxims on the field. Should be quite strong against these OKW squads. I didn't actually realise that xSudden went for 2 Stern Pioneers. Looks like we've got double mechanized coming in here. Generally wouldn't recommend doing this. But I haven't really seen how it goes this patch. Because remember, they did change the looks timing a little bit. Made it a little bit faster again. So maybe one of these guys is going to go for the looks. Maybe the other one's going straight for the walking Stuka. I'm not sure. Either way, that's going to be no healing for an eternity. I'll be relying on those meta crates, but that looks is coming in pretty fast. 7-minute looks. It is indeed going to be a straight walking Stuka. The OKW have had such strong fuel control so far. Getting off to a really strong start here. And we do have a Zis on the field already for Tim, so he was ready. He recognized the fact they were getting off to a very slow start, and they're going to need some anti-tank, otherwise they're going to get bullied by the incoming OKW light vehicles. Oh, incendiary grenade comes in. Maxim's going to have to evacuate. Oh, he's a bit slow. Slow to start the evacuation, just gets out of there alive. Oh, but here comes an M20. This is an extremely late M20. This is a horrible idea. I would have thought he would have just waited a little bit longer and gone for the AA half-track, which... Oh, here comes the first walking Stuka barrage. Looks like it's targeting this building. And well evaded there. Got units coming through on the flank. Can this machine gun force them away before the incendiary grenade comes in? Oh, nice! Does this hit there? Maxim setting up. Suppresses the squad. And he actually fully retreats there. Looks like the Soviet mortar actually went down to that walking Stuka barrage. Didn't notice that. But yeah, M20, a very unusual decision. Because A half-track, when it's set up, it can actually do some pretty decent damage to the looks. And you can never have too much suppression against OKW. So I would have thought they would have gone for that. And then... Again, they're unlikely to be against many skill planes, but... It is possible if we see Luftwaffe ground forces from COHm4st3r. So having the option to shoot those down effectively is very useful. Anyway, OKW brute forcing their way on the left. Make some repositioning. This one's resets facing as well. The other one's probably going to target this angle. Needs to switch. Oh man, didn't actually switch the targeting to the Stern Pioneers. They're coming around on the side. Gonna get some good damage in here. Flamers are there to save them. We've actually did have a cut-off capture here from the US Forces player, but these Fox units with the STG upgrades just overwhelming the riflemen. They really need bars to be able to fight that effectively. Another pretty decent barrage there, targeting across this way, but pretty well avoided by Tim. He's been pretty diligent about his dodges, but this is just an overwhelming force. Tim basically having to fight a 2v1 here after Rem went for that expedition to the north, which is resulting in a tremendous amount of lost territory.
Our supply line just got cut off.
50 cal though arriving at just the right time, forcing away a couple squads there. Oh, somehow Stern Pioneers lose the race to the building, getting decimated by these guards now. Oh, late retreat could go down here. Oh, and they do. Senior Grenade goes in, well dodged. Been playing very well so far.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
Oh, US Forces Rifle Squad goes down. Not sure exactly where that was. He's gone into the double 50 cals. So it's going to make moving around the map pretty severe headache for these double OKW players. They're going to have to be on point with their walking Stuka barrages. Speaking of that, we actually see some flares coming in. And walking Stuka looking to line up another shot, just about ready to go. Oh! Tried to dodge down, but that's where the rockets were heading. If he just dodged up, the squad would have survived. Somewhat dodged that incendiary grenade. Hard to see if they're all where they are in the smoke. Oh, for another cutoff. Eli starting to take a bit more control in this match. Sudden's a little bit low on infantry. Lost one of... oh, he lost both of his Stern Pioneers, in fact, right? Yeah, they both went down, so I only saw one. That's part of the reason why OKW is starting to lose their map control here. They just don't have enough units capping right now. And the Allies have a lot of machine guns, making it very hard to find angles to avoid that suppression. Taking a few hits on the M20. Oh, but he's baited him over this mine, and down it goes. Nice bait there by Rem. Well played. Oh, now the Puma's going in. I don't think he can get away. Might be able to pop the squad out. Oh, too slow. Probably should have just tried to pop the squad out. Made use of the bazooka there. Here comes a bazooka squad though for Rem. That's 2 bazookas, so he's got upgraded the weapon racks and decided to pick up the bazookas. One bazooka rifle squad though, it's not always that bad. You know, if both the bazookas penetrate. Or if a bazooka penetrates and then you throw an anti-tank grenade, it's a guaranteed snare on a standard medium tank. That does hurt your anti-infantry capabilities. However, he has 50 cals, which cannot make up for his riflemen lacking the firepower here. Oof, 50 cal, dishing some damage. Couple of those models on negative cover. Ends up getting flanked though. Uh-oh. T-70 gets found by the Puma and takes it down. That is a bad time for Tim. Pretty sure that Puma was on the field before Tim even had his T-70. When your opponent gets a Puma like that before you even have your T-70, you have to ask yourself, is it even worth it for me to make the T-70 here? Puma not exceptionally threatening to squads, so it's not like it's applying that much pressure to you. Did have anti-tank gun for a bit of support, but there's no guarantee that's going to be in the right position. Oh, conscripts go down on retreat there. Tim taking some heavy casualties. His force is looking severely depleted here. Rim, on the other hand, has a pretty healthy army. He's actually gone for rifle company. Pretty uncommon to see that. Himself flamer. Another Stuka barrage up to 14 kills, nearly Vet 1. And that is Vet 1, gets 2 more on that setup, 50 cal there. Guys already upgraded with the LMGs, making short work of those fresh Stern Pioneers. I was like, when is that flamethrower model going to turn around and fire? Too late. Loses that engagement quite badly. Oh, and come filtration grenades, well dodged. And there goes the incendiary grenades. Guys, don't dodge that till very late. The squad ends up retreating anyway. I thought they probably could have won. Oh! I think I hear a medium tank running around somewhere. Maybe it was this Su-76. And that gets spotted by this camouflage Raketin. He manages to get one shot off, and now the Raketin on negative cover. Just going down to this Maxim so quickly. Very late retreat. Deserved to lose it there. And Rem's actually doing a very good job of continuously getting onto this cutoff, getting a little bit of harassment done. P4 in production for COHm4st3r. Got a second walking Stuka coming in for xSudden. I actually think it's a pretty fair idea. They're up against a lot of team weapons. Both players have 2 machine guns and a mortar. Tim also has 2 anti-tank guns, and Rem now, after stealing that Raketin, has one himself. So they are up against a lot of support weapons. Question is, nice attempt, whether they can protect those walking Stukas or not, because we do have an Easy 8 on the field for Rem, and I'm sure Tim probably not too far away from being able to build some medium tanks himself. So if you're not too familiar with the Easy 8, it's pretty uncommon unit. More health, more armor, and more penetration than the regular Sherman. Of course, it doesn't have the option to go high explosive, so its anti-infantry capability is not quite so high, but sometimes that extra health and armor makes all the difference.
Now available for action.
I'm struggling to hold on in the south. Easy 8 all gets the kill there. Pintle machine gun doing quite a lot of damage. Here comes the Raketen sneaking up. Looks like he probably lost sight of that Panzer IV. Panzer IV wants to target this Easy 8. It's coming forwards now. This is a pretty even fight. COHm4st3r Panzer IV has more armor. Oh, but not if he exposes the rear armor. That's a disaster. This bad boy had been creeping up. Oh, but he doesn't get a shot on with it. Easy 8 wants to go for the chase, smoking out the other Raketen. But here comes a whole bunch of units with snares. Rem decides to pull back. It's a much safer choice. But narrowly missed opportunity there for the Allies. Almost took down the COHm4st3r Panzer IV, and COHm4st3r unnecessarily exposing the rear armor of the P4 there. Almost end up losing it as a result. There's a lot of infantry coming out here for Tim. He's got 2 squads of guards now. Does a pretty good job. And we're trying to duke it out against Su-76. Generally a slightly losing battle for the Puma. They both have same damage, same health. But if the Puma makes use of its aim shot, it will actually stun this. It'll definitely turn the tide. Puma also has slightly more sight though. Su-76 can activate tracking to level the playing field there. So the OKW team once again in control of the fuel, and the Allies actually getting quite a lot of VPs now, ticked under halfway.
There they are. Cover the rear echelon squad ready for action. Field promotion.
Incendiary grenade goes in. Guard's taking a lot of damage there. Bit slow to dodge. No, nice maneuver, throwing those grenades over the other side of the building. Gets a little bit of damage in. US Forces player, of course, has gone for Lieutenant, so doesn't have access to the M1, but does have that Raketen. It's quite far back right now. Needs to sneak it forwards to try to contribute in these fights. Have it in a nice position to be able to counter the vehicles whenever they rear their heads, instead of positioned so defensively there. Filtration grenades coming in once again. Oh, nasty mortar shell and grenade follow-up. Down goes that squad for xSudden. Not much he could do there. Easy 8 already up to Vet 1. He's got quite a few hits on this Panzer IV. So pretty good luck penetrating it so far. Here comes the Puma. Oh, Puma, I don't think you want to be doing that, buddy. That's where the extra armor with Easy 8 really shines against a unit like the Puma, which already doesn't have terribly strong penetration. Bazooka team here probably needs to evacuate. Not getting much done. Stalling and now in risk of going down on retreats. P4 misses that shot. They're going to get away because of it. Got a Command Panther coming in for xSudden. He's got to duel it out against this T-34-76 and the Su-76. Oh, that's going to be a dead machine gun. Oh, I thought the building was going to get flattened with that next barrage shell, but it didn't actually happen. This could be trouble. Didn't take this off barrage. Didn't contribute in that fight at all. Su-76 mis-microed there. We got these anti-tank guns not in position to help. Oh, this one's alright. More in the middle. Easy 8's coming around now. Do question using double Panther 4s in a 2v2. Generally think a Jagdpanzer is a better second tank. A bit of maximum death loop action here. Can he get it away? Looks like he's going to be able to. Panther doesn't actually have a machine gun upgrade. Doesn't do that much damage. Should be using all the munitions on those flares. Speaking of which, one Stuka on 30 kills, the other on 7, so they're doing their job. Easy 8. To Vet 2 already though. Does it get... It's a lot faster and better accuracy, Vet 2.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
This 50 cal's been in this position for a long time. Looking over that VP. Comes a walking Stuka barrage. Must be in this region here. No. Unusual position. And rifle squad goes down for Rem. Must have been this one up here in the north on that point. Wasn't paying attention to it. Boomer being hunted down by the Easy 8. Now the walking Stukas are in jeopardy. He's on a mission, this man. One of them goes down. The other one right next door. He's using smoke. Gets both of them in one fell swoop. Can he get away with this now against the Command Panther? Seems unlikely. That was a heroic maneuver, taking down a Puma and two Command, and rather two walking Stukas. Position was revealed when they also barrages just then, and Rem jumped on the opportunity to take them down. That's why you really need some mine sound to try and protect that. Those rocket artillery pieces. That was overall just very strong timing to make that push there. Wasn't much supporting infantry around, so didn't get snared until, or just didn't get snared at all. Basically the seas parted. The Easy 8 forced its way in there. So that's a big blow. Oh, loses that fresh rifle squad. That's a big blow to the Axis. Especially losing that Vet 2 one. Takes quite a long time to vet up walking Stukas. Well, same with most rocket artillery, as it should. Because at Vet 2 they start to become super nasty. Every single one of them. They get their barrage recharge bonuses fully loaded in. Iron Panther going on the hunt. Deciding against chasing any further. Oh, what was this? What was this up to? Just gifting the stolen Rakitten back. And it's a problem because, you know, Rem doesn't have access to an anti-tank gun from his tech at the moment. It's a pretty hefty loss, even though it doesn't appear to be. Looks like he's rebuilding another rifle squad.
We're losing a capture point.
I didn't even realize Tim had double mortars. Don't think that's that good at the moment. It's double mortars. Just like mortars at the moment against targets in open ground don't seem to be... They seem to do damage, but they don't really kill models as much as they used to. So you're not going to be inflicting much manpower bleed with them. I don't really think he needs two of them. Those have been doing a pretty decent job of denying fuel to the Axis though. xSudden still doesn't have anywhere near enough. He's gone for his Schwer Panzer HQ, so no walking Stukas for quite some time. Should buy the Allies a bit of breathing room with all these support weapons to capture some more territory. Stuka's doing a pretty good job there against the P4. Got himself out of light cover, didn't want them being bunched, taking a nasty shell. Oh man, what is this doing? What is up with these allied players and just throwing away their stolen Rakettens? Tim has been playing very aggressively with his all game though, must be said. Oh, it's going to be fine. Here comes the IL-2, going to try to force back these OKW units that are pushing through here. Kidding actually gets salvaged there, so denying that to the Allies. I was surprised he went for the salvage instead of the steel, since he himself does not have an anti-tank gun currently. Probably would have picked it up personally. Vet Zero rifleman here, not much of a match. It's those highly vetted stern pioneers. Easy 8. In trouble. Dousing those shells though, that's where the extra armor comes in handy. Guy's doing a pretty admirable job here, trying to hold the line. Command Panther taking a walloping here from the Su-76s. He's buttoned and he's going slow. But he bounces the shots that count and manages to get away. Close call, however. Kitten gets cleaned out by the rifle, which now have the grenade upgrade. I didn't get an anti-tank grenade on this though. I think that's a missed opportunity. This is super low. He's just sitting it out there. Main gun destroyed. Okay, he's finally going to get it moving now. But is it too late? It is too late. Just left it out there. Goes down. Must be microing these units up here, but they're also being forced away. Do have airborne assault. But it looks like every vehicle's been evacuated from the vicinity, so not going to do any damage there. Ooh. Last this barrage shell did quite a lot of damage. Well, not this SU-76 barrage, but they are the same thing now. Used to be different. But then, of course, you have to pay the munitions for it these days as well. Flare on the field for Sudden. Trying to make the most use of the range on his Command Panther. Here comes the King Tiger. Allies actually a bit lacking in anti-tank currently, because Rem went for a second Easy 8. Kind of needs the Jackson against the King Tiger. Extra penetration of Easy 8's not going to count for too much against the KT. It's just such strong armor. Guard's doing a decent job of avoiding those KT hits. Kind of just ran right into that one. However, the Allies in control of the VPs now. They are down to 168, so getting a bit low, but still in this match. If we take a look at army sizes, small lead to the Axis currently. Here goes the Katyusha. It's going to be helpful for keeping the Axis off the VPs. Still, they're a bit light in the anti-tank department. xSudden is doing a very good job against the Command Panther. Now that it doesn't have such strong frontal armor, the reload speed nerf on the xSudden doesn't seem to matter too much in that particular matchup. And KT also quite low here. I've been sitting in front of this Raketen. Easy 8's coming through on the flank, going for the King Tiger. Not on prioritized vehicles, however. This one in the front, shooting at the wrong unit. This one is on prioritized vehicles, but switching targets to the Command Panther, which is also chasing them. King Tiger backing away, but going to run straight into all this anti-tank. So KT goes down. Can this Easy 8 get away? He's using smoke, covering his retreat quite effectively. Got white phosphorus coming in on those as well, so they're getting out of there. Daring flank again by Rem, but it pays dividends. Taking down King Tiger, only losing one Easy 8 for the trouble. Oh man, what's he doing with this vehicle crew? Oh man, P4 going on the hunt for the last remaining Easy 8. He's gonna find it. And he's gonna take it down. So he's... I don't know what Rem was up to decrewing his tank over there. But he ends up losing it. And loses his flamery echelons in the north. So, not so good anymore. If he kept that Easy 8 alive, would have been much better. Oh, but the P4 actually goes down, gets hunted down by these SU-76s. They're on a bit of a rampage. P4 just not quite sturdy enough now. For the amount of shells flying around. And the Allies do seem to be coordinating their attacks a bit more effectively. These are both random teams. Allies do seem to be working as a team a little bit better, which is really helping them. Couple of kittens wheeling their way into the middle, and he loses one immediately to a mortar shell. That was rather unfortunate. A lot of team weapons strewn about the middle now. Using the coordinated fire ability here. Actually a waste of time. Still going to be 3 shots to kill the SU-76, so kind of just spending munitions to make the SU-76 sit out for repairs a little bit longer. Definitely not worthwhile. Doesn't change the amount of shots to kill, which is ultimately what you want to use it on. So best using that on heavy tank targets, or if you've got like bazooka, or you know, like handheld anti-tank support, or going to be hitting it with a couple of anti-tank grenades. And the extra damage actually makes a difference. 25% damage, I believe it is. I think it does provide an accuracy buff to units shooting at that vehicle as well, but it's pretty minor. So unless the damage bonus is worthwhile, I probably wouldn't be spending my munitions on it. xSudden actually went for a Panzer IV. Which is a bit of a surprise. I feel like he probably should have gone for another walking Stuka. Facing off against this many team weapons. Panzer IV seems like it's a bit too fragile, getting pieced up by these SU-76s. Or perhaps a Jagdpanzer. But yeah, Panzer IV I think is the wrong choice here. Calling in the White Phosphorus, and so is the Airborne Assault. White Phosphorus doing a good job softening up all these team weapons for the Katyusha, which is nailing them all. Good teamwork again by these two. And this ability, once again, not really amounting to much. Remember, first the machine gun planes come in, and then the anti-tank planes after that. So tanks have to be in the vicinity for quite some time before the anti-tank strafes will start to lock in. So you've got to take that into account when using that ability. I think in this case it wasn't terribly useful. I feel like this is more of a defensive kind of strafe you use. Like if the enemy's pushing in, put it down, forces them to abandon their attack. Or if they want to continue their attack, they face losing tanks to this. But at the moment, xSudden just not having much success. Continually engaging these SU-76s and ZIS, taking a lot of damage on his vehicles, being forced to retreat, rinse and repeat. Needs to think up another angle of attack, because he's not having much success with this current one. Triple Vetted Lieutenant here, not getting suppressed. Ooh, that bundle grenade, the Lieutenant bunched up so hard. Almost ended up getting a wipe as a result. And Axis in control of 2 VPs currently. Allies have drained a little bit, but they have brought the VP score right back. Very tight VP game currently. But another easy 8 for Rim. Currently unopposed by COHm4st3r in the north. Looks like he's saving for another King Tiger. This time I hope he gets a few mines down. I'll protect the flank of his King Tiger.
Order crew, standing by for orders.
So Series 6 has continued his range shots down on this Panther for pulling back. Guards now Vet 3 as well, dishing out some pretty heavy damage. Here comes the King Tiger. COHm4st3r xSudden's actually got quite a lot of manpower floating. But he's quite close to his supply cap. There's room for like one more tank basically. He's actually gone for triple infantry support guns, which is... I mean, I think they're pretty good this patch, but it might be a bit much. I've seen them taking a bit of Katyusha fire. They're now spread out a lot more though, so Katyusha fire not quite as effective against them. But the Axis do seem a tiny bit light on anti-tank. This King Tiger could find itself out of position again. Calls in the airborne assault once more, quite deep into enemy territory. He's going to get some good pinning here. What you should really do is put that elite vehicle crew in this. The Sherman he just built, make full use of that veterancy. I think that was a Vet 3, Easy 8. Let's switch over the crews there. In comes the anti-tank strafe. These SU-76s sat around there for long enough. Katyusha also sitting in there. Katyusha not hitting too much there. Ooh, Maxim looks like it's going to go down. Quite. Oh yes, and that was what I was worried about. Katyusha goes down. Revealed itself through the fog by firing and was still in the vicinity, so pretty much a free pickup there. And then Katyusha. Guards opening up on the King Tiger. Not going to be as effective anymore now that the deflection damage has been toned down. One thing they're going to be quite a lot worse at, fighting the heavy tanks. How's ISG's doing? 5 kills, 2 kills. What's the last one? 3 kills. A push here. Okay, looks like he did swap the crews around now. Good idea. Trying to get a flank on this King Tiger, but COHm4st3r's right there. Easy 8 decides to get the hell out. It was a very daring attempt in the first place. Really didn't have enough anti-tank support to even attempt it, I don't think. First Katyusha raining down in the middle, forcing the retreat, keeping the VPs in a stalemate. Looks like Rem actually rebuilt his lieutenant. Perhaps it's a bit more anti-infantry and doesn't want to spend his munitions on bars. You really see the lieutenant being rebuilt. 34 going to chase away this machine gun from the fuel. Okay, we've got a walking Stuka coming in from COHm4st3r now. Axis have been in sore need of a walking Stuka for quite some time. Rear armor exposed there from the COHm4st3r. And comes the IL-2 strafe, quite deep in enemy territory. Anti-aircraft mode activated here, but rear armor for the COHm4st3r. He's blitzing away. He's going to get away, but unnecessary risk. Oh, activation of AA mode from Co-Master. Looks like the plane's in a tough spot for the Shred to actually shoot at. There's the circle. Forcing away all those squads. Oh, that was a nasty barrage. 2 kills, but it looks like it did quite a lot of health damage. Taking a couple hits there. Easy 8. So fast at Vet 2. Look how it's already a very quick tank, but when it gets those Vet 2 mobility bonuses, it just blazes around the battlefield. Oh my god! Stern Pioneers go down to that Katyusha barrage. Lucky Katyusha barrage. King Tiger lacking repairs at the moment. Picking it up very slowly. Easy 8 forcing a whole bunch of retreats. This thing's mobility really paying dividends. Uh-oh! King Tiger could get the kill here. Will he be able to get the kill? It's hard to say. That's a weird amount of health he's got. Hard to do those calculations. KT does hit very, very hard. Axis have been draining out though. Their control of that North VP has basically been non-existent. They've been fighting for the middle and the south. And they haven't been having too much success in the middle, honestly. Stupid barrage coming in. Decent chunk of damage to the mortar, but not really getting as many kills as he'd hoped. But it's nice to see they've got... Oh my god, they've gone for 3 walking Stukas. I think that's a bit of a overextension. Probably 2 would have been fine. Maybe a bit of a lack of communication there between these 2 players. Because I do feel like the KT is just a little bit unsupported, honestly. Doesn't quite have enough AT support. Easy 8 charges in though. Vet 3 is very quick. KT shouldn't be backing away here. Really should be chasing. Attack ground. No. Oh, too late. Too late. And a little bit too short, but decent attempt. Again here, trying to cap with the camouflage. So the SU-76 has actually landed on them there. That's a second mortar for Rem as well. So I don't know, these walking Stuka barrages should be inflicting crazy casualties on the allies here. Okay, that was a decent one. Almost wipes the guards. Could they get killed here? Not quite. Not quite. Is that, oh, that's the Vet 5 command tank, so that's going to be providing its aura bonus to infantry as well. So how's he got a bonus? Ouch. From the Command Panther. Which is a rare sight. I haven't seen a Vet 5 Command Panther for quite some time. So the allies getting aggressive here, applying a bit of pressure. Ooh, IL-2 and Katyusha combine forces to wipe one of those squads. And the Axis, as I said, a little bit light on anti-tank. Got one anti-tank gun between them. Oh. And it's just not enough to keep back these allied tanks. Really do with some Jagdpanzers or maybe even another Raketen. As they can keep hold of it this time. Phosphorus doing crazy damage. This Fallschirmjäger only does health damage though, can't actually get the kill. A lot of ISG shells rain down the middle. Command Panther comes forwards. This is this shot. Oh my god! Easy 8 goes down in the blink of an eye there. It's exactly what the Axis needed. T-34 pokes his head out, does it? He's had enough of these ISGs. But here come the Su-76s. Trying to land a few hits on the KT. Forcing it back for repairs. Repairs at the moment. A little bit too far away from the repair station and not using his stern pioneers. I think that's a mistake. Also didn't upgrade the support package. This King Tiger, you know, could be getting repaired up a lot more quickly. Which I think would be ideal when you invest so much into a heavy tank. You don't want to be sitting around doing nothing. It's, you know, over 20 supply of your army. Just want to be on the battlefield as quickly as possible, having the most impact it can. And relying just on the repair station is insufficient, in my opinion. Stuka barrage is coming. Oh my god, looks like that last one was a massacre. This one's already up to 21 kills for COHm4st3r. He's been pretty effective. And this one, 25. Remember, these walking Stukas are very fresh. Only got maybe 2 or 3 barrages on them. So they've been getting some massive kills. KT once again coming back onto the field on low health. Could be in jeopardy. Easy 8's coming around the side. Forced away. Axis getting very low on VPs. KT blitzing. They're feeling the pressure of the VPs. Not making much headway in the middle. 2 Maxims. I don't know, one of these is a 50 cal, but either way, they're both sitting in the middle. Got White Phosphorus coming in as well. Should be able to get the neutralized with this squad if they stick around, but can't get the cap. At least the VPs are stalled. Oh, one of the squads goes down. King Tiger finally gets some Vet 5 Stern Pioneer attention. Walking Stuka's trying to clear out these machine guns from the middle. Oh, but he's walking right into the White Phosphorus. He's taking quite a lot of damage here. And oh, that's going to be Katyusha barrage follow-up. He's got to get out of there. Another pretty good barrage, but gets a little bit unlucky on the rocket scatter. Yeah, imagine, you know, if he had the repair package, which he should have for mines anyway, even though the US Forces player's on his side. And if he even, you know, maybe should have backed a little bit further back. Made use of support pioneers as well from the repair station. Anyway, Axis are capping the center here. Oh, nice bundle grenade. Anticipating them moving forwards. Just can't get rid of this Zis. With all the walking Stukas they have. Go for a barrage on it. Some minor damage. And no other units in the vicinity, so unsuccessful barrage there. It was on cooldown. And that's the power of the Easy 8 armor, bouncing a Raketen at long range. Let's see the regular Sherman doing that. Looking Stukas could be a bit exposed here. T-34 could go for a dive on them.
We lost a gun crew. We're losing a capture point.
Oh my god, Katyusha wipes one of the walking Stukas. The other one also taking Katyusha fire. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Axis. Got some flares coming in for Sudden. Both his Stukas have already fired though. Uh-oh, KT's taking engine damage. It's wounded, it's slow. Easy 8s want to come in on the flank. One of them's coming in, the Vet 3 one. The other one's repairing currently out of his vehicle. This bazooka's doing some good damage. KT in major jeopardy. Looks like it's going to go down. Command Panther's there, but a little bit too late. And the Easy 8's going to get away on top of that. That is just rubbing salt in the wounds. Master hits airborne assault, but as I said, it's good to use it defensively, but he popped it a little bit late. And yeah, just as I talked about most of the game, didn't have enough anti-tank support for his King Tiger. As soon as it took a little bit of damage, didn't have support to stop that push. T-34 goes down to the strafing planes. Battle wages on. Nobody can capture the central VP. Been in a stalemate situation for an eternity. British KT for Co-Master, so war's not lost. He's just been pumping out the Fallschirmjäger, which I suppose not the worst idea. Doesn't have to spend munitions upgrading them with weapons like he would with Obers. They have access to the Faust, so they can be useful against tanks. Quite expensive to upkeep though. Axis briefly gain control of the middle. Can they hang on to it though? Stuka's not getting too much damage done there. 3 Easy 8s for Rem. This could be the critical mass, because the Axis is still running a bit light on anti-tank. No anti-tank guns for either player. Only one King Tiger, one Command Panther. They're going to be facing off against 2 Vet 3 SU-76s, T-34 and 3 Easy 8s. Just seems like things are going to go horribly wrong for them. They just don't have enough anti-tank, haven't been planting mines. And just, this is just so frustrating. xSudden just keeps running into the middle with his Command Panther, taking SU-76 shots. And then being forced back. Maybe you should look for another avenue, maybe in the north. Here come the 3 Easy 8s. Looks like they're in a formation. King Tiger's there, but this is a lot of firepower. Looks like they're trying to get on the flank. Where's that Command Panther? It's coming over. It's not on full health. Faust? Oh my god, how is that not dead? Still alive on a tiny amount of health. Oh, and it gets abandoned? How did it get destroyed engine there? Oh my, I have no idea.
We just lost a medium.
234 goes for a ram, gets a stun. Oh, and he got the engine damage as well. Horrible luck for COHm4st3r there. It's probably like a, you know, probably a 30 or 25% chance of that happening. And now the King Tiger stranded, getting flanked by these Easy 8s, taking a whole bunch of damage. Command Panther's there to do a little bit of support. Oh, and he takes one of them down, but COHm4st3r doesn't have enough resources to call in another KT yet. And with the amount of EPs they have left, maybe he needs to think about going for another tank instead. Yeah, that was very unfortunate. King Tiger taking engine damage from that ram. Army size is pretty similar. Sticks around for the neutralize. Should not stick around for the cap. Oh, he's gonna lose it. And just like that, Rem is down the dumps. He's got almost nothing left. So does COHm4st3r though. Well, I suppose he's got a little bit more infantry. Katyusha into the middle, gonna prevent the cap. xSudden really needs to just start flinging some infantry around. Oh! Easy 8 runs down here. Oh my god! Oh my god! Runs over a mine, pops out to maybe do a crit repair or something. Jumps onto another mine, ends up losing his tank. That is a disaster sequence. But xSudden planting some mines. Mines winning games there. Prevented a attack on his walking Stukas, which could have been devastating in that Easy 8. Axis looking in a pretty good position currently. Do have the supply lead now. Still going to have trouble capping the middle with these machine guns here. And they are very low on VPs. Katyusha raining down over here. Some juicy hits and oh my god, and the IL-2's coming in as well, wiping 2 squads. Oh, and the Katyusha picks up another one. That's a disaster for the Axis. Lost so much infantry to the 1-2 punch of the Katyusha and the IL-2 there. IL-2 still doing damage. Doesn't dodge the grenade either. 6 VPs left. Oh, but the ISG's coming in big. Here comes the Command Panther charging forward. Still got those 2 SU-76s here. Doesn't have the ZIS support anymore. Might be able to kill one of them. Panther. Oh, and they finally get the kill. One of them goes down. The Panther support from COHm4st3r. Good teamwork there. That's really all they needed. Just one more shot. Well, actually, not really. They needed the Katyusha rocket. I mean, walking Stuka rocket to land as well to add that extra bit of damage. But still, that's going to open up the middle for easier access for the Axis team. Having to worry about those 2 Vet 3 SU-76s constantly forcing them back. He's actually rebuilding the SU-76, which is a bit of a surprise. I think the SU-85 would be the better choice. That way you can, you know, make use of the focus sight perhaps in the middle. Could be quite nice. Expect the enemies coming long range. Doesn't seem like he's using the barrage that much at the moment. Making use of the R2 strafes with his munitions. How's that Katyusha doing? 23 kills, but it's Vet 3. A lot of veterancy for not that many kills. I suppose it did kill a walking Stuka, which would have given a lot of veterancy. And has been shooting at some pretty highly vetted squads as well, which also increases vet gain. Oh my god! ISG annihilation. Tim running around with a blob of guards to go down to the ISGs. Oh, the white phosphorus forcing away that squad. Guards are going to try their hand. Probably not worth running in right now when it's already just neutralizing itself. Just run in now once it's fully neutralized. I'll put that in there. Our Panthers and the other Panther also pushing forwards, taking quite a lot of damage though. Desperate VP battle here. 3 VPs remaining for the Axis. Yes, a lot of trouble, but the army size is quite far ahead now after Tim lost those 2 squads of guards. The army's looking quite weak. Oh, this could be a wipe. Oh, but he doesn't focus the squad. Katyusha's coming in. Looks out one of the ISGs. Or both the ISGs. Okay, that's going to make things a little bit easier in the middle. But it looks like the squad of riflemen also went down for Rem. Trying to cap the centers. And the Axis actually up here in the north finally broke through. And they're capping, so triple cap for the Axis. Easy 8 forcing away these squads from the north should open up the cap, but there's no infantry nearby to really get the capping done. He's going to pop his vehicle crew out. That's how desperate he is. VP in the middle is neutralized. But the Panthers on the hunt. Probably saw this with the small amount of sight you get around your friendly territory points. Here's the Panther coming hot back in his Easy 8, so it's gonna be fine. VP's draining for both teams. We're gonna see the airborne assault coming in here. Machine gun plane's probably gonna force away these guards. And then the tanks are also going to have a hard time. This VP's looking pretty well defended for the Axis, honestly. Those Folshimeg in the north. Once again, Tim not giving any respect to these anti-tank planes. Putting his vehicles at risk. They're still flying around. CC-76s could be about to take a whole bunch of damage. There's Stuka in the middle. Ooh, so close to death this one was. But it looks like these squads actually end up going down. 10 points. It's going to come down. This is the last stand on the central VP. A lot of allied tanks here. Panther's getting overwhelmed. T-34 goes down. Walking Stuka annihilates one squad. Oh, but the Command Panther goes down. Here comes the P4 that was guarding the southern VP. Comes in for a flank. One xSudden goes down. One VP left. Allies got control. This one up here neutralized, but the Sherman's up there, forcing away those squads. I'm not sure why he retreated. He might have been able to get the capture there. Bad mistake by COHm4st3r. There's no point in retreating. Axis capping in the middle. One VP remaining. Oh, when he's out of control, gets one more shot off. Kills the xSudden. Allies draining down now. It's going to come down to this Sherman. What can he do? He needs to get in there, start clearing out this infantry right now. Oh, but there's a King Tiger there. That's going to be the match. Oh, good match. Very back and forth. We got to see some heroic flanking plays for Rem. His preservation let him down a little bit at the end. But it is quite hard to use the EZ8s, which is why I thought after getting one EZ8, maybe you should have gone for a Jackson afterwards. But it does make for some interesting plays for sure. As for the Axis, they just needed a little bit more anti-tank support. They just had a little bit more, you know, a lot of those EZ8 pushes would have amounted to, well, just about nothing. Probably would have just picked them off for free, honestly, if they had a few mines down, a few more anti-tank guns, but ended up pulling through just largely on the back of these walking Stukas, which even after rebuilding them at like about 50 minutes into the game, look how many kills they got. Just crazy stuff. Well, I'll wrap on that, guys. If you'd like your game to be cast by me, details in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.